Hello, a very good afternoon. How are you guys doing out there? Alright, if you're feeling good, type a 1 in the chat box. Okay, thank you. Welcome to this monthly mastery accelerator monthly group coaching for the August month. This month is a very unique topic we have here. Let me switch to the particular slide for you to see. Alright, you guys can hear me and see me, right? Okay, if you can hear me and see me loud, please also type a 1 in the chat box so I know that you guys can hear me. Okay, thank you. All right, what are we going to learn this month? This month we are talking about cryptocurrency. Yeah, something that is new age, something perhaps many of us not very sure about what is it all about, right? So it's going to be a very exciting, obviously 2 hours together. Let's type a ready if you are ready for me to go on. Okay. Okay, thank you. Ready. Okay, now let's move on to a topic. Today we are going to cover this topic called cryptocurrency. Of course, I have laid out a lot of content for you. Namely, first understand what is cryptocurrency investment and how does it work? What is the technology behind it? And what are those cryptocurrency you can invest in the market? And what are the risks? And likewise, what will be the strategies for you to deploy to handle all this? Lastly, we talk about the regulatory and how we should actually see this particular investment for the future. All right. So without further delay, let's move on to the first thing. Talk about the introduction to this cryptocurrency investment. Now, guys, can I ask you a question? If I mention cryptocurrency, what comes to your mind? Can you type that particular name that comes to your mind? Let's see what you guys know about this. Okay, thank you. I think majority of you only know this brand called Bitcoin. You are right. Bitcoin is something that we know, consider the most popular one beside others, which we will also touch on that. Let's go on to this thing called Bitcoin. Bitcoin, basically, this is the graph of Bitcoin since the inception of its launch until today. Now, it is, I would say, one of the most popular ones, Bitcoin, and also the most volatile as well throughout the investment history, right? So let me go on to use cryptocurrency to explain to you what is cryptocurrency investment. If you know, this Bitcoin has launched since 2009. It gone through 4 phases. Yeah, 4 phases already. First phase, basically, during its launch, 2009, and for the next 7 years, 2009 until 2016, basically the value of Bitcoin fall flat at below 10 cents. It's about 9 cents. People just don't want to own any piece of this particular investment. Yeah, it was flat, almost penniless. 9 cents. For the past, I would say, 7 years until 2017, it started to climb a bit, and from the period between 2017 to 2020, basically, you will see it climbed up to the value about 900 US dollar and fall back, so it will go up again, so it stay at around 900 US dollar. Later on, then the third phase come when lockdown period, these 3 years, 2021 to 2023, it actually, took a lift. You notice that within a month, starting into 2021, it actually surpassed 40,000 US dollar in a sudden within a month. And then it go down, it went up again, it go down. So for that period from 2021 to 2023, basically it go up to 40 over thousand, up at 64,000 US dollar mark, and it fell back to around 20k by end of 2022, right? So you notice that it goes through a roller coaster. Someone will be pondering, hey, why? How come this happened? I think during that time, a lot lockdown and a lot industry out there, shares, banks, they are not performing. Aviation sector closed down, this and that. So people with money would move into something that they can go online. So cryptocurrency or Bitcoin becomes something of their, I would say, favor at the time, and people just, invest into it. Now, 2024, if you notice, if you read the news, I think US has actually approved Bitcoin spot ETF. This news break, I think, around late February, and early March, it's come up again and jump all the way to almost 70,000 US dollar, if you notice. Yeah, so it become crazy and went down back to around hovering around 60k, 60,000 US dollar value now. Now guys, imagine if 2009 since its launch and you just bought one with just 9 cents, and today the value becomes 60,000. It used to be at high as 70,000. Just imagine you hold this particular asset just for the last 20 or less than 20 years, 15 years I guess, and the value from 9 cents jumped to 60,000 US dollar. It will make you a fortune. That's why a lot of people think that cryptocurrency or Bitcoin likewise would be one very good or interesting investment tool, because it gives you a very high potential capital appreciation, right? So now you may ask, I heard of Bitcoin. Bitcoin, what is it for actually? So Bitcoin basically is designed to use as a currency in daily transaction. The thing is, because it is in e-format, so you can keep it or store it, yeah, in this over the internet, and from there, people, because of supply demand, the value also go up. So this is how this particular asset class is very unique, because it's not physical, it's entirely electronic, yeah, virtual based. But it have its actually fans, people like it, they think it is actually the next currency, the next gold, right? Let's move on. Of course, in terms of I would say definition, what is cryptocurrency? Basically, it's a digital or virtual currency, yeah, secured by this thing called cryptography, and based on the network, right, and distributed across a large number of computers. So basically, it doesn't appear or doesn't appear in physical, yeah, it's all in the virtual world, and people use it, yeah, to transact online. Now, you may ask, okay, is it safe? This cryptocurrency is very safe. I would say technology, because it uses this encryption technology, yeah, to verify the transaction, and each transaction is basically recorded, so it's considered a very secure and safe technology to use it. That's why people who likes it, they use it to transact online, because they think it's considered quite a solid vehicle. Now, you may also ask, okay, then in this case, how does it operate actually? How does it work? Right, basically it runs on distributed public ledger called blockchain. Blockchain is the backbone behind this particular cryptocurrency, Bitcoin. Likewise, it will record all the transactions and also update there. So it's actually everything is traceable, right? And to basically, how does it cryptocurrency created? It uses a technology called mining. Mining involves using computer power, right, to solve complicated mathematical problem that generate this coin. And that's why a lot of people doing mining, they actually consume a lot of power, and they also need to have a lot of supercomputer to generate this particular Bitcoin, because it is a technology, it's not a physical thing, right? So you need computer to generate the code, right? Although it's been around since 2009, I think many people don't understand how it really works. That's why the next topic I would like to talk about the blockchain technology, so that we know, oh, how does this particular cryptocurrency work. Now, guys, what is a blockchain? If you haven't heard of this term called blockchain, it sounds very complicated. Basically, it is using cryptography to keep the exchange secure, so that it provides a decentralized database, yeah, or called a digital ledger, so that all the transaction everyone done there is recorded and everyone can see. And the network, this network is essentially a chain of computers that all of the computers must approve this transaction, right, and must be verified and recorded. So currently, I think this technology is best illustrated using this graph, right? So example, if A were to transfer or send money to B, first of all, the transaction is represented online as a block. And this block actually is sent to every party in the network, all the computer. And all the computer or the network there must approve the transaction, right? For it to hold, yeah, so that it was recorded later on and form the chain, added as a change. That's why it's a blockchain. And then hence only the money is allowed to move from A to B. So this is basically the whole blockchain technology is all about, right? Everything is approved by all the network and recorded as a chain. So blockchain, this is in theory, right? And of course, since inception, I think 2009, especially Bitcoin, after the I would say 9 years of experimenting this theory, in 2006, right? In terms of global GDP, this particular asset only hold about 20 billion worldwide, about 0.025% of the GDP. Then, you know what? Now, yeah, one report coming out, yeah, by the World Economic Forum, they forecast, right? This blockchain would expect to have at least 10% of the GDP by 2025, right? So from 0.025 become 10% in a short span of, I would say, 10 years. It's a very remarkable achievement. That's why people think that it has actually high potential for investment. If you buy this particular coin, it will actually go up and you will actually ride on it, and I would say have achieved exponential growth in terms of asset, right? So that's why you need to know what is blockchain and what are these particular cryptocurrency we're talking about. Now, of course, in short, you just have to remember, blockchain technology is talking about decentralization. I mean, everybody got to approve it. That is very transparent and secure because all the computer in the network must approve it and record it, right? It can serve as a smart contract whereby from the sender to the receiver, and it also can help in the supply chain management because each block is added to the transaction so people can trace back, right? So this is mainly the backbone of this cryptocurrency. Now, Bitcoin is just one type of these particular items that we mentioned when it comes to cryptocurrency investment. But do you know there are many brands out there? Let's show this. Now, I think on the graph I have 10 most renowned cryptocurrency. Just type that chat box. How many of these logos that you have heard before? Let's see how many of you guys have exposed to some of this particular item. All right, some no, never. Some maybe Bitcoin just one. Some may heard of 2 or 3 types. Okay, it's a very fair statement. I think even myself, I only heard about 2 or 3 types only. The rest is considered new to me as well. Now, guys, what I want to do here is to show you that basically these are the 10, only 10 most commonly used or renowned one. Actually, in fact, there are more than 10 in the market. It still have something new coming up in the market. So I would say easily 30-40 types of cryptocurrency available in the world. Each type serves a different purpose, right? We need to know what is the function of the specific type of cryptocurrency we are mentioning here, because some are created or designed to use as payment or transaction purposes. Some are used as, I would say, mini contract. Some are used to facilitate certain research, right? So that's why I need you guys to know that there are many names out there. Some would be good for investment, some are not. Yeah. Now let's go on to explain to you. In a nutshell, one of the function of cryptocurrency can be used is as utility. What is utility? They mean it used to validate a transaction to facilitate a transfer between different geographical area. Ethereum and Ripple, these two are famous for this. Yeah, enable transaction across different region, different geographical area. That's why it's for transaction purposes. Transfer purposes, sorry. Second one is transactional, that means used as payment method, used as a currency. Widely known, I think, is Bitcoin. I think on the logo you know that, right? Need not much of a introduction. The third one, for governance purposes. One of these particular items, actually called Uniswap, is basically used as representing voting or other rights. People can vote by using this particular cryptocurrency. And the fourth one is basically token. Yeah, it's a platform or smart contract token. whereby built to use a blockchain. So Binance, Cardano, and Solana. So example, like you play online game, you could be to go on to this platform to use, you have to subscribe to this particular cryptocurrency. Then we have also things like security token, for instance, like this one, Millennium Sapphire token, MSTO, is basically representing the ownership of an asset. If you own a MS token, that means you own this particular asset because it is a form of security, whereby to say that you have the ownership. Now, stablecoin. Stablecoin, the name itself suggested, is actually the word is they are pledging with certain currency. Example, Theta USD. That means they peg to USD, and also USD coin on the right as well. Two of them are actually hedged with the value of US dollar, so it won't have a fluctuation. So it's one-to-one example, so that people invest in this particular or use this particular cryptocurrency, there is no currency risk, especially for those of them in US, because it's same as the US dollar, no different in terms of value. Last is called meme coins. Meme coins is actually inspired by social currency on the internet. I don't know whether you heard of this thing called Dogecoin, Dogecoin example. They have also Shiba Inu as well. So these are the ones that actually are inspired by the online memes as well. All right. So these are considered something that if you happen to follow, at one time I think Elon Musk said that he believed in the Dogecoin and he invested a lot, so people follow him and invest. Then after a while the value go up, then he pull out, the value now drop back. So this is also something that you need to know, which coin is for what function, right? Some are for transactional, some are just meme. Maybe it's just for sentimental reason or whatever, and doesn't really contribute a lot in terms of value, right? So you guys got to know. Now, next is, okay, I think I have shown enough just now regarding the graph of Bitcoin. This is something we all know. It go up sharply, it also went down very fast. It go up sharply, it went down very fast. If you happen to see the trend, it always have a sharp rise, and after a certain point, it will fall sharp down as well. So investing in cryptocurrency, you need a very strong heart, and also undivided attention, because you need to monitor your investment, carefully, and also knowing when to buy, because it has a reputation of unstable investment, due to sometimes some people follow the herd mentality, fear of losing out. People say, go up already, better buy now. So you see it give a very short period of time of rises, then it fall down. So if you come in late, they mean you'll come at the peak. Then later when you buy and the market fall, then you'll be the victim of this particular investment. So people investing in crypto need to be very sharp and alert. So before it shoot up to the highest, God knows what value, you have to think whether to hold or to sell. Otherwise, if you buy later, you hold at the high, then it will take you maybe the next cycle to sell it out. If you miss, maybe you got to wait a couple of months before another peak again. So you need to know what is your investment mentality, and also what are the time that you have. Do you have enough time to monitor, right? So it's considered very, very volatile, is one thing. And a lot of time cryptocurrency also I would say been linked to negative news like scammers, bugs or hackers, right? So be careful on that. So it's very complex in terms of the technical to understand this particular vehicle, and also not easy to understand just not the theory, the blockchain theory. And also one thing is the market risk as well, because it is considered one of the speculative investment vehicle as well. So a lot of time, no one can tell why it jumped up. No one can explain why it fell down. It is basically more on speculation. Sorry. So this is something that we need to understand. Now, I have to bring to your attention that investing in this particular cryptocurrency investment, you need to be aware of few risks. First is user risk. I'm not sure whether you heard of this particular thing, whereby because it's entirely stored online, so you have to remember the password. If you forget your password, there's one guy who lost, I believe, almost like $500,000 or something like that, where he forgotten about the password. He just can't log in to retrieve the money, and no one can help him. You can't press the forgot password. Hopefully, there's an email sent you to reset password. There's no such thing. So user risk is very important, especially loss of password or incorrect sending addresses. If you send to me the money, whereby you put in wrongly my email address, maybe the email address is another person, then that person will receive the money but not me, and here goes your money, right? If you press wrongly, you will just go there, right? So these are the thing called user risk. You have to use it with care. Second thing is regulatory risk. Potential impact of government intervention. Certain government like China, they may just clamp down and say, we don't recognize this, and you close down all the cryptocurrency net platform in the country, example. So it sometimes happen. So when this thing happen, also you are forced to sell before they really close down. Ask all of us to close down the platform here, example, or you have to operate in some other country, right? So be careful. Some government will have stricter regulation to actually regulate this particular investment. So the second one, regulatory risk. Third is security risk. Security risk is actually I would say whatever online is always having high chances of being hacked, either hacked into our digital wallet which hold that particular cryptocurrency, or hack the platform. There's also fraud, right? Fraud. That means people can easily send you a bogus link, then you click on it, then you log in with your password, then here goes, you just let go of all the data to that particular scammer, and from there maybe all your money will be channeled out inside that digital wallet. So security risk is also considered one of the higher risk when you do everything online, because entire investment portfolio is online, right? Now, number 4 is called the management risk. Now, I think we have heard of many stories in the past. Many cryptocurrency platform just wind down, just shut down, because that particular owner, the management of that particular platform do not manage that particular investment well. They lost large sum of money, and sometimes it could be they are not able to invest to give you the yield, but they use a Ponzi scheme style, whereby they use the late investor money to pay off the early investor and keep rolling until it bursts. So it happened. There is also some lawsuit just came out, I think about 1 or 2 years ago, and that guy happened to operate everything at home with another partner separately in different country. So basically there's no official office, there's nothing solid to govern the investment, and it's all the owners issue. And last is market manipulation risk, right? This is considered one of the remaining risk, which is also substantial enough, especially the people, the organization, the exchange platform, which is acting unethically. So that is very, very careful. You're going to be very careful, because sometimes you just don't know what is happening behind the scene. So we need to know whether whatever you see is the real performance, or someone is actually putting a show to attract investor. Later on, when investor pour in the money, then they just swindle the money away, right? So there's something that you have to be careful. let's move on. So if you want to invest, of course, you see the potential. I can see from 9 cents to 60,000 US dollar per unit. I can see, wow, the great value there, right? If I can buy at a low, then maybe it got chance to go up again. I want to invest, good, right? You have the risk appetite, very good. You also have the guts to do that, very good. But I would say, please practice asset allocation method. What is asset allocation? Remember the ABCD, the A, asset allocation. You have example, all in all, let's say just use mathematics. I have 100,000 cash in hand. So would I advise you to put all the 100,000 into cryptocurrency? My answer is no. Yeah, no. Try to limit yourself to the exposure 5 to 10% of your overall portfolio. Example, 100K. Maybe maximum just 1,000 will be here. If you have 1 million, then maybe only 10,000. 1 million, 100,000 in this particular asset. The rest of 90% it should be in other investment vehicle, which we discussed throughout, in property, in shares, in bonds, some in cash form as well. So limit the exposure of your total portfolio to 5 to 10%. Yeah, because if you lose that 10%, you still got 90% in hand, right? So please practice asset allocation to safeguard your portfolio. Then second thing is diversification, ABCD, the D. That means you have to spread your investment, even though it is still in cryptocurrency, but in different brands, different types of cryptocurrency platform to mitigate risk, because we don't even know what is happening behind the scene between the few different types of cryptocurrency. So you may want to split it into 2 or 3 different brands, so at least you know, yeah. In case one collapse, you still got 2, right? So this is something that you have to do, the asset allocation and also diversification. Of course, whatever you do, if I tell you 5-10%, you just don't dump 5-10% into it first without doing proper research and due diligence. Please check, examine the background of this particular asset, who is actually running it, and then what was the past performances, and then look at it, and then you decide, you will know what is the price. If you ask me, Bitcoin at 60,000 US dollar per unit now, it go down, it went down because it used to be 70K, now it's 60K. I think it's best to buy. I would say perhaps you want to just hang on for a while, monitor first, and see whether any chance for the correction, because the graph I show you earlier on, right now it is already at the peak. Maybe it's not now, yeah. If you miss this again, now it's at 60,000 US dollar per unit. Do you want to come in now, or you think there will be chances that they have correction? Only then you make a decision, right? So there's something that I want you to do thorough research and do due diligence before you investing into this particular asset. All right, so very important. All right, I just pause here for a while just to see anyone got any question before I move on. All right, no, okay. So strategy, the strategy to mitigate risk. Now let's move on. Really, you have this particular risk assessment and you that, I want to also stretch my ringgit or stretch my dollar a bit, so I will allocate 10% of my money into this particular cryptocurrency. Good, go ahead. But before, I know you also done some research, but before you go on to invest, I would like you to now look at the next thing carefully. What are the coins available for you to invest? What are the types of coins that is considered approved for in Malaysia? Now, guys, I have to let you know that this is the research as of I think end of last year. So at the moment, we have 13 approved cryptocurrencies in Malaysia. I think some of the names we mentioned just now, like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, Uniswap, so and also Cardano, Solana. So these are the 13 that is approved in Malaysia. So when you do investment, I would strongly suggest you to invest, because in this 13 only, it is the least provided under the Security Commission Malaysia, yeah, because they are regulated there under the digital asset guideline, yeah, under the digital asset guideline. Now, in case you don't know, let me explain to you one by one what is it all about. I think the first one, Bitcoin, I think you know that we heard of it the most. It is actually a form of currency, yeah, that people use to transact. Ethereum, the number two, I think we all know that is actually a platform to provide smart contract, yeah, that is for mainly that usage. Litecoin is a budget version of Bitcoin, yeah? It's a cheaper one, maybe it just introduced. So this is the joke saying that if Bitcoin is gold, then Litecoin is considered silver, so it's second grade. Now the third one, okay, Litecoin. Then the fourth one is Ripple. Ripple again is actually a private and centralized I would say asset, right? So basically it's also for remitting, transfer money for across geographical area. Then Bitcoin Cash is already considered a spin off of Bitcoin, right? Uniswap, as I mentioned just now, is basically for voting, yeah, like therefore, right? I think you just need to know the few more popular ones, right? These are the approved cryptocurrency if you were to invest in Malaysia. So when you do your due diligence, I strongly suggest you work on this 13, yeah, work on this 13 because they're the approved one. Now, after you've done your due diligence, what's next? I want to buy already. Okay, good. You want to buy. Where to buy? Anyone knows? Where to buy Bitcoin? Online, right? Good. Online, yes. Online anywhere, or online only via certain platform, certain operator. So next is very crucial is, of course, there are 4 plus 1, 4 approved, I would say, exchange that sell cryptocurrency in Malaysia. Luno, right? Then Synergy, Tokenize, and MX Global. Of course, there's one more called Moomoo. Moomoo is also recently approved. So basically, these are the 4 to 5 exchange that's been approved to sell cryptocurrency in Malaysia. So if you go online, you simply click others, then which is not I would say regulated or monitored by Security Commission Malaysia, then you may subject to additional risk. I would say additional risk. Okay. Now to do that is basically go to the website, the 4 or 5 I mentioned, then register yourself and complete the KYC. KYC means know your customer process. They have to identify whether this is you. You have to prove that this IC, this is you, this and that, right? Then from there, transfer money into that platform, onto the platform, and from there, buy any currency that they offer there, right? It's just as simple as that, right? But you have to look for the approved exchange, yeah, approved exchange to safeguard your money, because when it's been approved by Security Commission, you have one more layer of I would say filtering for you, so that you know that whatever you do is considered safe, right? So very important, make sure you do your research, what currency to buy, then where to buy. The next is here. Now, you may ask, okay, if I want to invest, what's the strategy? I know just now I mentioned asset allocation, only 5-10% of my money, then also diversify, don't put into one, spread into a few. Okay. But how? They mean I buy, sell, or how? Okay, there are 2 strategies here. One is called the long-term investment strategy. That means you buy and keep for a long time because you don't need the money now, and you foresee this particular cryptocurrency asset would appreciate in terms of price from now until the next, 10-20 years before you need the money, right? So one strategy is called hoarding. Yes, it's not typo error, it's hoarding. Means people keep on buying and keep putting aside, like you holding, people say unnecessary things. So you need to buy, keep on buying, keep, don't even care about that and forget about it, right? So this one strategy. Holding, make yourself, I will use the word, make peace with volatility. They mean you don't even care whether the market go up, go down. I just keep buy. I don't even want to analyze so much, right? Because I know I will need the money only later, 10, 20 years later. So now I just keep, right? When I see it's cheap, I buy. When I see it's cheap, I buy, right? Something like you go shopping, you see got discount, I buy. Got discount, I buy. Use it now or not, I don't care lah. When I need to use later, at least I buy at a cheap price lah. So that kind of mentality, right? So holding is one strategy. When you see it cheap, you buy. When you see it cheap, you buy. Of course, another strategy is called dollar cost averaging. I think we explained after that. The C, the cost averaging. You just buy at a regular interval basis. Maybe every month when your salary come out, then you just use a portion of that to buy, with disregard of whether the price is high or low. So it's also one way regularly to average down your cost. Yeah. So there are two ways, but two of this particular strategy is meant for long term. Long term, which I strongly advise if you were to invest anything, is for long term. Right? Of course, you may come across, no, I heard of something different. There are many gurus out there, many people are teaching how to make money fast with this particular cryptocurrency. Well, they give you another strategy. Yes, they also will talk about short-term trading. They mean day trading. Yeah, every day you buy sell within same day. It could be if you notice, cryptocurrency is very fantastic. Not like share market, they close after 5 o'clock. Saturday, Sunday, holiday, there's no activity, you can't buy, right? But for cryptocurrency, if you have an account, you see the price is moving every second, whether it's midnight, whether it's public holiday, whether it's weekend, it is still having people to transact. So the price is moving very dynamic, 24 hours non-stop. So you may choose to do a day trading like a job, or maybe after I finish my work at 6 o'clock, I will just go and scout around. When I see good price, I buy. Then by 12 midnight, then I sell. So buy sell every day, I can make some money. Some people may think it is a good way to buy low, sell high on the same day to make the difference. So perhaps it is one way, perhaps, but I would say I don't have that kind of energy. I don't have that kind of I would say strong heart, yeah, to do it, because this day trade or even the swing trading is you buy 10 times, maybe you lose 5, you make 5, then you overall you still make money. So can you stomach that kind of I would say sometimes you make losses, sometimes you make gain, that kind of situation. So day trading, swing is like also see there's a movement within a day or week, within days or week. So you just buy low, sell high, buy low, sell in a very short term period. So first thing first, as I mentioned, do you have the strong heart, the guts to do so? If you have, then it could be something as a good strategy to do short-term trading. But I would strongly suggest not to, because it is not easy to handle that market movement. You may buy at 70,000 per unit US dollar, and the price fell to 40,000. So I don't say overnight, over that short few hours, maybe you suffered a 50% loss, and the amount can be 30,000 US dollar. While waiting for a couple months later, you go back to another 60,000, 70,000 level. Can you handle that? Right? So there's something that up to you to decide. Right? Now, beside this, whether it's a long term, which I strongly advise, and short term trading, which I do not, there's also another way. Lately, I think I mentioned earlier on, is US, the SEC, Securities and Exchange Commission, has actually given green light to the first ever spot Bitcoin ETF. Just recently, right? ETF, I think we learned about that a couple months back, whereby they will have a pool of funds investing into different ETF, and from there help you to actually monitor and help you to even out the performance. So you don't have to care so much on buying, selling, so someone will be there to help you. So ETF is also one way. It's also good for instead of buying one unit of Bitcoin, which is $60,000 US is quite expensive. I don't think we have I myself don't have $60,000 US just to invest into one vehicle, and this one vehicle should not be more than 10% of my total portfolio. Sorry, I don't have 6 million or 600,000 US to do investment, so maybe I can't participate. But by ETF I can now, because ETF allow us to buy accordingly the fraction that we want. So it could be one way, yeah, in future that we can participate in crypto investment via the ETF function, right? We have now on the screen a couple of these particular ETF available, yeah. Bitcoin ETF, where you can also do your research, and from there maybe it could be a new start for you to expose yourself to this new age investment, right? Now, to compare, okay, buying direct versus buying through crypto ETF, the pros and cons, what's the difference, right? So I think just to sum up, buying crypto directly could be very complicated and time intensive for all of us, because we need to be there to monitor the performance. But buying via the ETF actually more convenient, because we just have to buy and forget about it. Someone will manage for us. Of course, in terms of charges, when you buy direct, it is only you yourself who buy. I think it's paying very low fees. But whatever comes to ETF, there will be some form of charges, fees imposed. Then of course, in terms of control, if you are buying direct, you own it and you know when to, you can decide when to buy and when to sell, which particular ETF, which particular crypto to hold and which to sell. You have in control. But when you buy the crypto ETF, the manager, yeah, the fund manager will decide what or which brand to buy and hold, so you have less control there. But nevertheless, I think, as I mentioned and explained earlier, buying through crypto ETF could be one alternative that you can consider if you don't have that kind of time, money, and also I would say expertise to go into this particular asset. Then crypto ETF could be something that you may want to consider. Okay, so that is something very interesting for this asset. I think depend on age. I do come across some programs. The new young investor, they somehow prefer this cryptocurrency kind of investment, but for more matured investor, likely not, because yeah, I would say because we are new, we don't bond with the internet and all this thing. But the younger generation, maybe they are so used to it and they trust whatever online or virtual. All right, now next, let's talk about what we need to know regarding compliance and tax. Yeah, compliance and tax, guys. Right, there are many things we need to understand here. First thing first, cryptocurrency, when you buy through the online, the approved platform and approved crypto, definitely you will be subject to the KYC process. When you register, you need to show it is really you, yeah, because it is to prevent money laundering, yeah. So this one thing for sure. So we have to also comply with the AML, anti-money laundering regulation. So that's something that being regulated now. Second thing is, there is something we need to know. The capital gain, yeah, in cryptocurrency now, I think I saw some article mentioned that it is subject to tax, because cryptocurrency is an asset like a house, like a physical asset as well, even though it's virtual. That's why whenever we sell and we have a profit, it is subject to capital gain tax. We have to report this to be accurate. So it's something that we need to be watchful. Make sure when we make money, we report the capital gain, and not to avoid paying tax. Yeah, because the implication could be quite severe. Yeah, if it's been detected, and also by this inland revenue, right? So please understand the necessary requirement. Yeah, so capital gain tax is something that is actually valid, on your particular cryptocurrency investment profit, right? So please take note on that, right? And you have to report. Now, conclude, come to the conclusion. Cryptocurrency, what is it all about, right? I think it's based on the blockchain technology that we learned earlier on. It is encrypted, right? It's considered quite safe. Everything is recorded with a chain, so it's traceable. Nevertheless, it also has its negative side as well, because it is relatively a new instrument. Now, just now I was joking, okay, you want to buy, you want to invest, where to buy? Oh, online. Now, first thing first, there are many fake websites or platforms out there, right? We got to be very careful. That's why just now I mentioned only go to the 4 or 5 approved platform by Security Commission Malaysia to avoid falling into prey, on the fake website or platform. Many bogus sites, have a similar features, like you go really like you are opening account with this I would say trusted website. Actually they are bogus one, so you just simply park your money there and it's gone, right? So first thing first, we need to be very careful. That's why only go to the approved Malaysian Security Commission Malaysia approved operator, the platform. Second, there are many Ponzi scheme out there. I think with regard of how I would say legit this particular company is, we happen to see 2 or 3 recent company recently being closed down, because at the end they detected actually is a Ponzi scheme, whereby I use the word the management or the owner basically use the late investor money to fund the early investors in terms of their return, right? So basically they are using it as a Ponzi scheme. So be careful, right? And don't be lured into high return. Then people approach you to talk about, oh, I now got this particular cryptocurrency is upcoming, and then it promised me, I don't know what's the number, single digit or double digit high return, whereby it's better, few times better than your FD or your other investment vehicle. I think you got to be even more skeptical if they tell you this, right? Be careful not to fall prey to this, right? So I think many scams has been exposed. I think there's this thing called Bit Club Network, whereby they raised $700 million before the perpetrator been exposed, in 2019. So be careful. Now next, number 3, celebrity endorsement. I think recently in Hong Kong there's one platform which I don't want to name, being exposed and at the end closed down, and investor lost the money. And they use celebrity, the Hong Kong celebrity there to as endorsement to promote when they launch that particular company then. So a lot of famous people there. So general public look at these faces. Wow, they see these people on TV every day. They are quite famous in their town. It must be a trustworthy one. So people pour the money into that particular platform. At the end, found to be, again, something that is not authorized. Something that is not real. At the end, investor lost the money. So be careful, especially when they use celebrity endorsement into their programs. Okay, so it's something that you need to be careful. Of course, the last one is romance scam. Of course, people also happen reported. People are being lured into this particular romance, and from there asked to actually help to invest and whatnot. So this is also another way to lure people into actually rich but lonely people into this scam as well. So be careful, consideration before you really invest into this vehicle, right? Overall, I would say cryptocurrency is a new age investment tool. It has potential. It offers potential return. It offers. If I mention to you from 9 cents to 60,000 US dollar, right? It gives 100,000 times of investment return, right? So the potential is there, but comes with significant risk and volatility, because you can see just now the sharp rise, sharp fall, the up down, few times already, right? So It's a good tool for invest, but you have to be careful not to buy at high, right? So the only way to help yourself is to limit your exposure to this risk by not exceeding 5 to 10% of your total investment portfolio. Yeah. So if you got 100k, 10% is 10k. If you have 1 million, it's just 100,000, not more than that, right? So you minimize your potential losses or risk. Second, okay. Third is understand the technology, understand the market dynamic, and understand the regulatory environment. As I mentioned, government intervention could be there, and suddenly you may find this investment become not valid anymore. So you have to be very alert, monitoring what is happening, right? And then from there, only then, yeah, if you notice, yes, even I mentioned about invest for long term. If you bought this particular Bitcoin at, let's say, $100 per unit, and it go up to 60k per unit, do you want to hold longer or you sell now? So you have to make a decision. Even though I mentioned, yeah, dollar cost averaging, hoarding, keep on buy long term, even though I mentioned this, but you have to make very sound decision. If you buy at 10, let's say 10,000, is now rise to 60,000 US dollar per unit, you still want to hold or you want to sell and take cash out and wait for it to correct? Maybe you can buy again with a cheaper price and wait for the next jump again and then sell off the profit. Maybe this could be one way, yeah, to handle this vehicle. But you have to be I would say have to be alert. You have to be monitoring the situation very often, even though I mentioned long-term investment. All right, so this is the key takeaway. If you want to help yourself to achieve, I would say, fantastic growth in terms of this particular new age vehicle, this could be the way moving forward. All right, I hope this particular month I introduced to you one very unique vehicle, and also hope that you can see and understand clearer regarding what is it all about, how to invest. Yeah, I would say don't be too greedy to jump into it, but also don't be too scary that you avoid this vehicle altogether. Yeah, you have to maybe see what will be the percentage of exposure. Maybe this is something that you may want to consider. All right, I'll just pause here for a while and ask if you guys have any questions. Right, just type the chat box. All good? No? Okay. All right. So guys, thank you very much for this month coming sharply for this particular monthly group coaching program. I hope this is very useful information for all of you. And from there, I will see all of you again next month. All right. Take care. Bye bye.